Hey, welcome back to the Improvement Channel. Today we are at the rental house, the place where I put the doggy door in the back door. Check out the card here. But today we are going to be taking this single vanity that's double vanity width, and we're going to pull the vanity out, pull the top off in preparation for some quartz that's getting put in, and also some rough plumbing that's going to have to be done to support the second vanity. Let's get started. So here's our vanity cabinets. As you can see, there's no drawers, just two cabinets. We've got a vanity spot there, and we've got a blank area there. We've got all the plumbing here. Nothing over here, so that's got to change. There's a couple of ways of doing that. The easiest way would probably run right through the cabinets, but really you got to get back in the wall, so why not pull the vanity out that you're going to need to do anyway, and go ahead and cut the sheetrock off the wall, do all the plumbing, put the sheetrock back, put the vanity back, and then you'll have it done right. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I've got everything disconnected, and it's time to start cutting caulk on this vanity top to get the vanity top off. After the top's off, I'll go ahead and remove the faucet.
So as I mentioned earlier, this is for a rental house of mine. I want to get your opinion. Let me know in the comments. Is what I'm doing worth it? Is this going to make some return on my investment? There's probably a lot of people that know a lot more about this than I do, and I'd love to hear your comments.
I'm removing this side splash first, and the reason is this top's going to be no good. I don't want to break it apart and carry it out in pieces, but what I do not want to do is I don't want to mess up the wall, don't want to crack a mirror, and I don't want to mess up the vanity. But if I had a little mess up underneath the vanity, you really won't see it. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna take a little crowbar and I'm gonna try to get this pried off. I've cut the caulk, those spots, so there's probably some dabbed onto the back as well. So I'll kind of be up against that. So rather than coming down here and prying off the wall and messing my sheetrock up, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna mess up my my backsplash. Yeah, there's got to be something holding to the sidewall glued on. As we had guessed. But you see, sheetrock's in good shape everywhere else.
You want to pay very close attention right here, because right now is the time to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button while you're at it. It really helps me with that YouTube algorithm. Helps people find my video and enjoy it like you are now. Also, if you will stay tuned to the very end, I am going to tell the contractors I used how to contact them if you're here in the DFW area. I'm going to do some tips on how I save money on this project. So be sure and stay tuned to all that. I'm going to give you a full cost breakdown at the end.
Now that I've got the top off, I've noticed that there is a drawer here. Well, that will go bye-bye. So we'll use the drawer front, of course. And as you can see here, they just put a cheap plastic block in here and staple to the front and then staple to the side. So I'll come over here and I'll remove this drawer and put a wooden block in here and drill into here, pre-drill holes and drill screws and to hold this into place. While I'm in the process, I'm going to go ahead and remove this caulk just so I'll have a better finished look. We'll get the quartz installed. So what I'll do is I'll peel this caulk back the best I can, and I'll come back over it with some paint, and it'll hide that pretty good. And that the new side splash will come right up to the same spot, and then when you caulk it with some clear, it'll look great. You'll see clips like this. Those are there temporarily, really. I mean, they leave them in there permanently, but there's two across the top, and those are there until the glue dries. So they sit the mirror on top of the vanity. You saw the caulk that was on top of the side splat, the backsplash. That was put there before the mirror. The mirror sits on top of that. They had a little spacer, a little plastic spacer that fell down. And then they put some mirror glue on the back of it. And then they put these on the top to keep the mirror from falling forward. They're gone, it's done. So at this point, these can be removed and will look better as they are. We've got a screw in this corner. No screw in this corner. There's a screw going through that's joining the two cabinets together. There's a screw in this corner, catching a stud. And then there is a screw in this corner, catching a stud. 3 screws, I should be able to pull this out of here.
While you see me being real careful with this sheetrock, it's really just going to be a spacer. You won't see it. But I like to try to go ahead and do things like this myself so that I'm not paying a professional to come in at a very high rate to get that part knocked out. So this is a great time for me to tell you a little bit about that. The plumber for the rough end, which will be the part where he takes the drain and extends it over to the right to catch the other vanity, and also extends the PEX pipe is what is in this house because it's a newer house. He extends the hot and the cold over there, puts in new valves. All of that, materials included, what would be considered the rough end, cost me $400. So that's what that part of that cost. I will go over the finish out, which is the all the traps, the flex lines, the faucet installs. I'll go over that towards the end of the video. Here I am cutting the caulk so we can get the side splash and this top off in the other full bath. We are going to try to accomplish the same thing we did in the other bathroom, and that is get rid of this side splash without damaging the sheetrock. So it'll also be probably glued to the wall, so let's just go ahead and break it. Perfect, so I'll just take and put some touch-up paint on that, and then it'll be ready for some silicone clear caulk. I've already disconnected the pressure rise water as well as unscrewed the drain, so good to go. And here are our installed countertops. So I got a little bit of footage of this after Counter Creations come in. And if you need countertops, whether it be kitchen, vanities like I got, whatever, Counter Creations is a great place in the Dallas area, anywhere in DFW. So anyway, I want to tell you what the cost is, what the color is, all of that stuff. This is Corian Quartz. The color is Calcutta Natural. And you can get that For what I've got here, if you just went and bought a slab, you'd be looking at about $2,800 in material and install. So you'd be looking at the countertops, the double bowl, and the other bowl in the other bathroom, and then installed for $2,800. But since my buddy had a remnant, he said, hey, I've got something that's going to look awesome with those cabinets. So we got the measurements to him, and it was $650. You too can go to Counter Creations. If you can find something in the remnant stack that you like, which he's got a pretty good selection, you can get your master bath and other full bath, if it's about the same size, done for $650. That does include bowls. That does include installation. So what you saw here, that I had it prepped and ready to go, they come in and knocked it out for $650. So back to the plumbing part. I mentioned earlier, $400 for the rough in. That was to get the drain and the hot and cold water moved over to the second area. That's going to run you $400. And then the finish out, which is put in the faucets, put in the drains, hook everything up, get it ready to roll, in both bathrooms, cost me an additional $150. So if you need that service done and you're also in the DFW area, call Todd Lambert. And Todd Lambert is in the Forney area, but he'll go anywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I will have Counter Creations and Todd Lambert, Lambert's Plumbing, in the description, so you can contact those guys if you need the same services done. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you in advance for doing that. Stick around here at the end. I've got a doggy door video that I did an install in this same house. I'd love for you to check that out. Also, there are other videos that are related to home improvement things, of course, so check those out as well. Thank you for watching.